In this short video, I want to share with you about a diet that you may have heard about. Now, thousands of people are reaping a myriad of benefits from this diet. So let's discuss the 5 benefits of the carnivore diet. Now, before we get started, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that little notification bell so you never miss when I release a new video or go live. And when you click the notification bell, select all so you are notified of all videos. Now, a carnivore diet is when you eat only animal-based foods, such as meat, organ meats, eggs, fish, dairy, except of course for salt that you may add to the food and water you drink. So basically everything you eat comes from an animal in some form or of another. I consider the carnivore diet a subset of the keto diet, as it's also low carb. Now, one of the strengths of these two diets is that the fact that they're both low carb in nature. And one of the powerful aspects specific to the carnivore diet, though, is that some people are triggered or have immunologic reactions to things in plants, vegetables, and other plant-based materials. And when these things are removed from their diet, their health improves dramatically. I think it's completely fine and appropriate to eat a carnivore diet for the rest of your life. However, I do think it's fine to include some plants as long as your immune system isn't triggered and you don't have a reaction. Now, if you have an autoimmune condition, for instance, skin condition, and or maybe a mental health condition, I think it would be beneficial to avoid all plant foods at least for 90 days, so a 3-month period, to see how your body responds and to let it heal. Now, for me personally, I've been following the carnivore diet / carnivore-ish diet since August 2019. I had been hearing and reading about it from different physicians and experts for about a year before starting it, and I was just learning about too many benefits that I thought, I need to try this. And the main benefit that I noticed almost right away was basically an almost complete resolution of my intestinal gas, bloating, and digestive discomfort, which was a huge relief. Now, I was strict carnivore for about 2 to 3 months, where I didn't eat any plants material at all. But then I found it was just a little bit restrictive in regards to my family life. And also, as a side note, my wife was getting a little bit worried and frustrated. So then I actually added a few things back, such as avocados, certain nuts, like certain kind of nuts that are not, that don't cause as much reaction, aren't as triggering, and also things like olive oil on occasion. So I'm more carnivore-ish now than strict carnivore, but really, who cares about terminology? It's all about results and health that we're after. Now, before getting into the 5 benefits of the carnivore diet, I want to lay out first that there's basically no evidence that any particular diet is the proper human diet. There is no research that proves that the plant-based diet or the animal-based diet is the best diet for human health. Any evidence we have out there is either anecdotal, which means one person says, I did this and got this result, or they're epidemiological, which basically means they're observational studies, such as food frequency questionnaires that are used to look at data observationally, okay? So basically, there's no, like when you think of research, there's no randomized controlled research that proves that vegan, vegetarian, keto, carnivore, or any of the diets that are out there are the proper human diet. So now that that's been said, let's now talk about the 5 benefits of the carnivore diet. So number 1, improved skin conditions such as acne, eczema, psoriasis, skin tags, just to name a few. And these the results people are getting are dramatically improving these conditions by eating a very low to 0 carb diet, which is a carnivore or carnivore-ish diet. Now, personally, I really could have benefited from this knowledge years ago when I had really bad acne. It was really embarrassing and humiliating, to be honest. I basically didn't want to go out in public or be around anyone. It was actually quite a sad time. This is maybe 15, 20 years ago, but it was really helpful at this time, and God led me to the truth I needed to heal my skin. And now I live with clear skin, as you can see. Thank God. Benefit number 2 is improved joint inflammation, which can be caused by a diagnosis of degenerative joint disease, osteoarthritis. The pain can come from rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, and gout, for instance. Now, yes, a carnivore diet or a low-carb diet can improve gout symptoms. So if any of these conditions, if you experience any of these kind of conditions, I highly recommend trying the carnivore diet or a low-carb diet or a keto diet for at least 90 days and see what it can do for you. Benefit number 3, improved gut conditions. So many people have seen that by eating a carnivore diet, their chronic constipation, their irritable bowel syndrome symptoms, inflammatory bowel disease, Crohn's disease, and ulcerative colitis symptoms are markedly improved. So just like I mentioned above, if you experience any of these conditions, I highly recommend trying the carnivore diet for 90 days to see what it can do for you. Benefit number 4, accelerated fat loss. So, there is no diet that elicits fat loss faster than the low-carb keto diet. And as I mentioned earlier, the carnivore diet is a subset of the keto diet. If on the current diet that you are eating, if it's not eliciting the fat loss that you desire, again, I would highly recommend giving the carnivore diet a 3-month challenge. Go for it, 3 months, 90 days, what can you lose? But hopefully a ton of fat. Okay, now, in line with these benefits and the fat loss aspect and the accelerated fat loss aspect, the carnivore diet, just like the keto diet, hacks your hormones, such as your leptin hormone, your insulin hormone, ghrelin, thyroid hormones, testosterone, and your human growth hormone. Now, I did a video on this previously, so if you want more information about that, check out my channel on the different hormones that a low-carb keto and or carnivore diet can improve. So by following this diet, you're going to put all of these hormones in the sweet spot so you burn the maximum amount of fat. Now, finally, 5th benefit is improved brain function. So by incorporating a carnivore diet, you will see improvements in mental clarity, motivation, and an ability to think through and stay focused on things. So people see a marked improvements in anxiety, depression, OCD, ADD, ADHD, and even severe autism. And that these symptoms become they become dramatically less severe. So thousands of people are reporting all these benefits. So I think it's wise that we at least give the low-carb, keto, and carnivore diets our attention. Now, if you have any of these kind of metabolic conditions I mentioned, so let's say metabolic syndrome, if you're suffering from metabolic syndrome, pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, and we know that each one of these conditions that I just listed is due to chronic hyperglycemia, which is high blood sugar, and it's due to hyperinsulinemia, which is high insulin levels. Now, if you're dealing with any of these conditions, I highly recommend a low-carb, keto, or a carnivore diet, or a carnivore-ish diet for at least 3 months to see what it will do for you. Now, if you know of anyone who could benefit from this video, please consider sharing it with them, as basically you may help them resolve their health condition or at a minimum drastically improve it. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe and click that notification bell and select all. And as always, if you have any ideas for future videos, make sure to comment below, as this helps me know what videos to create and what you'd like to learn. So keep it locked in here on my channel, and I look forward to coming to you in the next video.